Hello everybody, this is Cat-Based Games, and welcome back to Crossout 101. Today we're gonna cover the maps of Crossout and where the different lines of movement go, and what your general tactics are. First up is our Asset Lake map. Asset Lake, I'm gonna edit with the paints here. We got the two bases, we've got one right here, and one right here. And we got a few main routes. I'm gonna paint the routes in red. The first main route is over the main surface, past the acid lake into the outer base. This is where most combat will take place. Other routes, including that, will be going around here or around this part. So like build it like this. These are the main routes. Secondary routes, I'm gonna paint them in orange. Are gonna be around this direction. Gonna connect them up. And around this section here, go far right. Of course, connect them up to the main routes again. We do have this passage here, but it's only this direction. You can jump off there, but otherwise you can go this way. And finally, we got our very much flanking maneuvers, which are just very much into one direction. So you got where you have the least chance of actually getting noticed and actually getting to the enemy base. It takes a little while to actually reach there, but you in return you have a very good flanking position. So yeah, most enemies will actually take this red route we're playing. Yeah. Sorry guys, one moment, I got a cough again. I'm still ill. So yeah, most enemies will take the red routes. Actually in green, I'm gonna highlight some sniper hills where I can fire from. Here's the position. So these ones are elevated, so you can fire as a sniper from these locations. This is a special one. If you go from here, it's possible to get up here. It's possible. It's hard, but yes, it is possible. You do have this position right here, which is also possible, but you do not really see that often if you go over here. You also have this little position. You can actually go right through here. I do want to point out with the upcoming update, we do have the possibility that are going to be hovers that's going to take this route just straight over the acid lake, because they can hover over that lake. Because of that, they do have a great advantage. I do want to point out that there are two more routes right here which you can cross. And of course you got this direction right here. If you're gonna take some heavy builds, I suggest you go just straight to the middle. If you got snipers, try to take either one of these green spots. I don't really suggest this one, but you can do it. If you got a medium weight build, I suggest going with the orange lineups right here, going around here, taking over the guys that are over here at this position. And yeah, keep them from getting a hold of this sniper position, especially if you come from this side. It's really important that nobody on this side gets hold on this point. So yeah, that said, I want to go on to the next map. So give me one moment, I'll load up the second map, which is Bridge. For Bridge, we got our two bases right here and right here. And sorry, I got a cough again. Moment, sorry. For this map, there aren't really any flanking maneuvers. You only got your main two direct routes, that you're gonna do through the center right here, over the bridge, like so. or taking this route underneath like so. The sniper positions are here, 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 and here. And for your medium weight builds, you got these ways most of the time. And for your lightweight builds, I actually suggest going like so. Going around the central position instead of going through the main lines. So if you got a heavy build, I suggest going for let's say purple choke points either here or here. Take it on your side. So if you got the bottom left one, you start at the bottom, like the left flank position right here. And if you got the top right base, you want to go right here. I don't know if you can see the cursor properly. I hope so, but if not, I am sorry, guys. I might have to retake this video, but I hope it's fine. Other good for the medium weight builds, I suggest taking a position right here, so where you get a little bit of cover, and shooting across the bridge to the other guy. For the light builds, I suggest trying to go here and then going around the edge, taking a cover from the heavier guys that are at the entrance, and then try speeding past them like so, and instead of engaging them, and then or try to flank them from behind. Yeah, there's not really much else to be said there. One thing, never go over the central bridge at early stage of the game, because what happens if you got a great group of enemies right here, and if you rush right into it like so, you will die very, very quickly. That is what happens with most of the AIs in this map. That said, I want to go on to the next map, so give me a moment, people. Here we got satellite array with our maps positioned right here and right here. For this map, there is actually it's kind of weird because actually your spawns are right here, and right here. And that said, the main line of movement is around like so, so, and so. Those are the main lines of combat. Most people actually go right through there. Then the secondary routes are right like so, through the left here, or through the right a little bit, like so, and a little bit, let's say, around here. But for the flankers, we got ourselves an extremely wide open spot right here where you will hardly meet any enemies. You really won't meet anyone right there. You really won't. You do have a chance that some of the medium builds are coming around here. That's that again. If you're gonna get yourself your heavy builds, you go to the middle. Medium builds, you go to the orange lines if you're flanker, or very light lunatic style build, go around to white, the yellow lines. For sniper positions, we only got a slight wrong green. We only got a slight elevated position up here, and we got ourselves a position right here. I do want to point out that there are some special locations, such as this little point right here. This is a little bit lower than the other parts. Also, you can actually create this as an effect sniper spot as well. But this purple part here is kind of what I call on this map the pit. The pit is kind of a hard place to be. You're gonna be lower. It's kind of hard to fire out of it, while it's kind of easy to fire into it. And I should strongly suggest evading that spot. That you go either around it like so, or just take an entirely other route. Snipers really can't do much in this map. You do have the straight shooting line right here. You can shoot from here to like this position, a little bit like so, or if you're really good like this, but you can't really do much there. Okay, if you can manage to flank a little bit, you can shoot from here and shoot these lines and do some pretty effective damage if you're on the north side basically. But on the south side, you really have to stick to the just standard precision right there and just support the allies. Really, this map is not great for snipers. But yeah, in my opinion, this one is the flanker stream because you have the giant yellow side where nobody goes and everybody goes through the main line. Everybody's fighting in the main line, and you just go right to right and you just nuke them entirely. That's it. Let's go on to the next map. Next up is our beloved factory map. The factory, the main combat line, I would say. Oh wait, let's first highlight the main bases. Got our two bases right here. The main combat line is, I would say, through here. Got a very annoying fly in here. That's continuously going on my wrist. But the main routes for combat are right through here. The interconnected parts right here, here, and here. Secondary combat lines are underneath this little part into the water. Through this here. I do want to point out that right here is a ledge where you can only go from south to north basically, so you're gonna go that way. And other secondary line I would say is through here. You can go right here. And like so. Finally, for the flanking, you still have to, taking the way this map is, you do have to do it like so. Or you can also go right through here, through the water, and you cannot really reach base by flanking in this map. This map is kind of flankers hatred, I would say. There are only a few sniper spots. You got this position right here, you got a hill right here, and you got a higher point right there. Of course, you do have this entire straight line like right here, so you can snipe from here. Around here is a hill as well, or from entirely from here. And of course, you got positions like right here to right here. You got a lot of straight lines in this map where you can easily fire from one side to another. So this thing is, again, this is pretty decent for snipers, but you actually you would rather go with a main combat one in this map than normal ones. Against as always, if you got a heavier main battle vehicle, go through the red or orange lines. If you got a little bit more agile, some more all-round vehicle, you can do anything really on this thing. But I suggest using the orange lines mostly. Light and nimble builds, I suggest either using the yellow ones or the orange ones, mainly the yellow ones actually. And snipers try to go for the green spots. And on we go to the next map. This here is our Founders Canyon. Actually, no, this is Rock City, I mean, sorry. But this one is a little bit different. We got ourselves our base right here. But we got ourselves our spawns, which I will do in dark red. Right here and right here. Now there are two main options for combat. This is actually an old map. I'll actually highlight with purple what otherwise would be. We kind of have like a rock like so. So this right here is all off limits. So we got a few options for main combat. Or we go like so underneath this part to the main base, or from this side underneath here to the main base. Or we go over this part and on the main base. Here we can do that too, but here we would drop down right here. Or we go directly to the enemy base, because you spawn pretty much next to each other. Now it's either a race to the cap zone, or you just go a flank towards the enemy side. Although this is more of a flank route, in my opinion, than a main combat route. And for actual flanking routes, we got this entire giant ring. For orange parts, we got, I would say, interconnections most of the time. Really. Uh, yeah. You also got this route right here, route right here. And you can, of course, go right like this. But I do want to highlight a few things. Oh, actually, first, sniper positions. We got a sniper position right here, overlooking the base cap. A huge sniper position right here, okay, again overlooking the main base. And after that, we got ourselves. Actually, this is such an outdated map. We got these positions, and actually, there's another hill right here, which is all going for that central base. If you do have a few patches of cover in the central base, but you do have to watch out when people they can easily snipe you from pretty much any direction. Also, there are a few tricks, especially when you're going from this side. You can actually, if you've got a quick enough build, you can actually go right like so, and actually quite literally just jump from the top. So you have to go on top of it, and you can jump, and you can actually get into the base extremely fast. Okay, in terms of cover and the base, you only got a wall basically right here, here, and here. But they can only shield you from one side at a time. So if you have to see, you guys are kind of late. You got team has a lot of snipers, but the enemy is quicker inside the base. You do not really have that much time, but a good strategy would be if you're, especially if you're just playing together, get one guy in the that's either this one or this main sniper spot, and then getting a guy into the secondary sniper and one of the secondary sniper spots. They will have to choose which one they will be engaging or shielding themselves from, and they can never shield themselves from all fire. And having fire support in this map is really a very important deal because the single point, it doesn't really take that long for the single point to get capped, and that you really have to watch out for because if you are too slow, you can easily lose because of a cap. Also, one thing, actually, you have to kind of have a route right here instead of the other one. Wait, let me get myself my pencil. Oh, that's actually white, but this one should be there. Um, yeah, because right there, that's where the heel is. Actually, you got this heel right. Oh, wrong color. Back to normal. You got this right, kind of a heel right here. That's where that sniper hill is. So yeah, this is an outdated map. You can see quite a few differences. I mean, the sniper position right here wasn't even there in the old map. This is probably a CBT 1, 2, or 3 map. So before the normal closed beta. So this beta test, like ancient stuff, like over a 1.5, more like 2.5 year old stuff. But that said, let's go on to our next map. We still got actually got 5 more. There are quite a lot of maps. You might not realize it, but there are quite a lot of maps. Let's zoom in a little bit. Actually, that doesn't really work. You can only go 100 to 200%. Oh well, never mind. Okay, for this, we got ourselves the base right here in the center. We're dark red again, sign up the spawn zones. And with normal red, we're gonna show ourselves the main lines. Go right here, here, and like so. I want to point out there's a giant wall right here with one entrance through here. So you can actually go through here. In terms of sniper position, there are only two or three actually here that you can really use. You got one of them right here, one here, and one here. Of course, this thing, giant thing, is entirely elevated. So this is quite literally the King of the Hill self map. In this game, yeah, I mean, King of the Hill is generally just two teams, 1 point. But this time, it's literally hill. You have to climb the hill and fight on the hill. For flanking combat, you should go around here or here, baby, like so. For actual flanks, you can actually go. Ooh, wrong color. You actually can go all the way around here, but I don't really see a use if you want to go around here because, okay, you can attack the snipers from this position, and you can kick in from behind, attack people from behind. Good positions to be on this one are right here. I'm gonna use blue for this. You have this big wall where you can take cover from people that are from the northwest side. And for to take cover from the southeast side, you got the other wall right there. You also got a position right there. For cap, you can drop down this way if you want to, or you can just move out this way. And you also got a tiny little wall where you can take cover from. That's actually my personally favorite position. Okay, you got this part where you can go around here, stuff like that. But that's not really interesting in my opinion. Flankers don't really matter in this map because you cannot really quickly go to the enemy spawn. You cannot use a flank sniper if you know what I mean. There's like a fast cannon user. You can't really use those in this map, so it's kind of annoying for also for snipers, not being able to set up an early sniper position, having to get to halfway the map. So when combat's already begun for quite a while, you can set up sniper spots. It's kind of annoying, but so this is it's not really a map for main combat and like the very heavy vehicles is very good on this map. But yeah, there's not really much else to be said out of this map. On to the next one. Here we got ourselves our Founders Canyon. This one is the up-to-date version with the two big hills right here. Actually, this right here, this entire part, and this part right here, actually didn't used to be there. You actually could flank through here at the beginning, but they closed it off. Instead gave us a position where you can go through here and uh, actually you can go to here, but right you could go through here as well. Those are the new positions. Actually, you can also go through here as well. It's kind of an odd map in my opinion. Okay, let's show the main first show of the map bases here, and the main move lines. The main move lines are through here. Actually, this part here is what's closed off. This is actually really weird. This part here is closed off. So that's one of the main combat lines. Around here. Yeah, this entire part right here is just main combat groups, I would say. So yeah, and right here is actually where it's closed off. I don't know why it's like this, but this is the parts that are actually closed off. So looks like it's kind of a weird, outdated map, but yeah. For flankers, you can go around this side. This side is not really used much. Over here, you have for the snipers, you got the position right here where you go just uphill, and the opposite version right here. So basically, this is our side, and the left one is the enemy side. Overlooking the base, you do have these ridges right here and here. And actually, I was wrong. The actual ledge where you can go up is right here, but Overlooking the the bases, you do have these two ledges, which can fire on the to the enemy bases. Well, these ones are kind of overlooking each other. Yeah, this is a good map for all-around vehicles. It doesn't really favor anything. All it does is basically kill your flankers because they did those giant mountains, forcing everybody to the center. Because what the issue was with this map, what happened was, let's do it with white. We got one group that would have went right like this, and the other group would have went right like this, and you would have kept raced. Nobody would have gone to the middle. So they added those two giant mountains to this map to prevent people from actually entering the center side. I mean, actually prevent people to just do the cup race and force them into the center, into combat. It did actually fix this map. Everybody hated Founders Canyon because it was the worst cup race possible. If you would have, most of the time you would have 4 players on each side, basically 4 going left, 4 going right, or 8 going one side. But if you would have faced enemies, and they were not with 8, you would have lost simply because you would kill most of the players right there. But in the meanwhile, other players would have reached your base and kept it. So in this case, you really have to combat in the center. I do suggest strongly to staying at those 2 green positions right here and right here as long as possible, or staying at this position right here or this position right here. Wait with going through the center. Just wait like 30 seconds. Let an enemy go up first, and then you just group kill him into the dust. Like you just have to get like 2-3 guys, wait for a moment, get one guy that's coming out, and just kill him. That's the way of this map. Wait for enemies to enter the map first. Enter the center. It's a little bit more of the like opposite of King of the Hill, like the last one. You do not want to enter the central position actually. And anyways, on to the next map. Oh, actually I got that one already. Exit Lake. Oh yeah, actually I do want to point out, of course, you with the Exit Lake, you do of course have this giant off-limit section in the center, which is in the form of this giant acid lake. If you go in there as a normal player, you die. And pretty fast as well. So you do want to go, you really don't want to go into there. Really watch out for that. You can of course push in enemies there, but no, I don't. Yeah, I don't really advise on that. With that said, let's go on to the next map, a proper one this time. And this is Old Town. We got ourselves the base right here, next to the big building center part, and wrong color, dark red, thank you. Got the 2 spawn points right here, right here. For main combat lines, I would say through here, and then through the center, towards the center, and right here, as well as right through here, connecting that part together to the center. Those are the main parts. The secondary movement parts are through here and around here. And for flanking moves, you got this part right here, and this far part, and yeah. For snipers, we got ourselves a pretty good position right here and position right here, as well as we got a position right here and right here. They're all overlooking each other. So we got these 2 and these 2 overlooking each other. They're not really elevated, and they're all prone to flanks. So if you take this one for example, the flankers could get you from this side. And well, if you take this position, from flankers could get you from this side. All because flankers are pretty damn dangerous in this map. Um, your main combat, I again a tip: do not enter the cap immediately. I would suggest chilling at um the these two, like this section and this section first. Maybe enter combat or through here first before actually going into the center, because in the center you are gonna get sniped by all the long range cannon users, you're gonna get shot up by all the shotgun users, and you're gonna get flooded by drones. Yeah, you don't want to go into the center just yet, right off the bat. Um, you do have or actually you do have actually another sniper spot right through here, which can fire us like this over the normal center point, but it's kind of more secondary point. The main points are definitely the ones that are highlighted, but yeah, there's not really much said about this map. Okay, there is a possibility, if you got a very high amount of thrusters, that's actually a very funny way thing. I actually tried to do that, but I failed. That you can, no, I managed it once, but forgot to record. You got this little bit of a slope right here, and you can actually get jump on top of this building. It's actually possible. It's really bugged hitbox on top of there. You have a very high chance of actually falling through and falling into the building, which is kind of sad, but it is possible to get on top of that building. And of course, now you can fire downwards on top of the capture point, which is actually really funny experience. In my case, I had my gun equipped normally, so like top mounted, so I couldn't fire downwards. I only could fire at the right highlighted sniper position. And of course, this only works if you got enough thrusters, and only if you got spawns on this side. If you do not spawn on that side, you have to go through here and get through this enemy group that will be around here before jumping up, and you'll die. Kind of sad, but it happens. And I actually think, yeah, this is our last map, guys. This is the hill maps, like the I forgot the name for it. Damn it, I actually forgot the name for it. The map with the sand dunes, like the high amount of sand dunes with the two normal caps, and like the airplane crash site. For this, we got our main combat line is through here, like so, and like so. Secondary combat routes are around here and through here. And for flanking, you got decent options. You can go through here or through this part, especially that really right side, the bottom part right here, is a really good option. For sniper position, you got quite a few actually sniper position actually. You got a hill right here, hill right here, hill right here, hill right here. You got of course the hills right here, here, and just simply here. Sniper position here. Yeah, you got a shit ton of sniper position. You got a sniper position right here, and a sniper position right here and here. They're all overlooking the center, so all the entire area right here, where they kind of highlighted purple, is just one giant dead zone for snipers. You, if you're going into that center, you really risk dying. That's why in this map is really the bane of the main combatants. Yeah, flankers, snipers all have a very good time in this map, but main combat units really don't like this map. Simply because you have a very difficult time as a very slow unit to keep up with the faster units if you go for the long rounds. But if you go through the middle, you will simply just die because of the amount of fire that's gonna hail on you from all sides. Yeah, if you're gonna be a main combatant in this map, stick to the edge. Like outside the purple side that I highlighted right now, so take on the orange routes. Never take on the red routes if not necessary. Okay, I understand you sometimes have to do it, and sometimes there are very little amount of snipers, so you can do it. But if there are a lot of snipers out there, you are simply gonna die if you take on the red rounds. And well, that is actually about it for this episode. Again, quick overview again. Blue is bases. Dark red is spawn points if you have a one with a central base. Normal red is the main combat line where you would use your heavy builds like the scavenger style builds. Builds with machine guns, Gatling guns, autocannons, or shotguns on heavier rig. Orange will be your nomad style builds mostly. Nomads like medium weight, medium speed, or some with the jawbreakers as well. Pretty much any weaponry will work on these builds. Yellow is your very fast lunatic builds. Of course, you don't have to follow these. These are just tips and tricks, kind of, where you can make the most out of your build in this map. Um, yeah, lunatic builds mainly with shotguns or drones or something like that. Green positions are for snipers, so cannon users, scorpion users, spike one users, even, or autocannons. Snipers are you don't really have to have a specific like weight or speed style. Just something with long range accurate guns will work on the green positions. Anyway, that said, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys all later. Bye bye.